great stove debate is heating up on Capitol Hill. Republicans are accusing the Biden administration of banning gas.
In 2022, Americans spent an average of 7 hours a day consuming digital media, and most of it has been selected by an algorithm just for you. Social media platforms, cable news, even the streaming services, all designed to keep you scrolling, to keep you watching, to keep you reacting, not thinking, not questioning, just consuming.
A political fight is simmering over an unexpected topic: how you cook dinner.
Girls' sports.
They're not boys. I'm not going to listen to transphobia at this table. I am not.
What I'd like to see Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection, military protection.
Cable networks like Fox and CNN increased culture war coverage by over 40% during election years. From Dr. Zeus to drag shows to gas stoves. This is what you heard about, and none of it fixes inflation. None of it fixes your rent. None of it fixes the price of eggs in the United States, and none of it gives you health care. But it keeps viewers angry, and angry viewers, they stay tuned much longer.
Why the past 10 years of American life have been uniquely stupid, it's not just a phase.
We should all be very clear about something. Okay, that's that division is no longer a political failure. Okay, it's a profitable strategy. Americans are divided by race, gender, income, geography, and now even by reality. Okay, what you believe entirely depends on where you live and what your algorithm feeds you. This gerrymandering has made elections predictable. Okay, Facebook and YouTube serves you what you confirm your biases, and fake outrage spreads 6 times faster than the truth. And that was a study done by MIT in 2018.
Indianapolis district-run schools down 38% over the past decade led the district to permanently close 6 buildings this summer, including Francis Parker Montessori.
Department of Education, we're going to eliminate it.
U.S. President Donald Trump moved to eliminate the Department of Education.
In Los Angeles, the nation's second largest school district will now close for 2 weeks.
In 2025, the Trump administration began dismantling the Department of Education. Student loans were handed over to the Small Business Administration, which has absolutely no experience whatsoever. Public education oversight, gone. Federal protections for vulnerable students, completely scrapped. Why? Because a population that can't read a budget will never question one. A nation that doesn't understand its rights will never defend them. And this isn't cost-cutting, it's strategic ignorance. When you eliminate education, you eliminate resistance. And what you're left with is a nation that is far easier to control.
So very quickly, if we're watching this a little bit more carefully, I'm looking at the moves in defense stocks. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, L3 Harris Technologies, all of them up 4% week to date. Big spikes yesterday if you look at the chart. Is now the time to perhaps put money in defense stocks?
Look, it's not a bad idea. I mean,
Trump has come into the seat to disrupt. He's talked about making America first, and that has implications for defense companies, not just in the U.S. that serve the rest of the world, but international defense companies that will now have new markets to serve into space, digital, and genomic frontiers, a growth opportunity. Since the Russian-Ukraine war in 2022, the Market Vector Global Defense Index is up over 100%.
A lot of the spending growth in defense over the last year has really come from supplementals, which have focused on Ukraine and Israel.
So while you're distracted, divided, and exhausted, somebody's winning. Somebody's winning. And in 2020 alone, U.S. billionaires increased their wealth by over $1.5 trillion during a global crisis at that. Meanwhile, 8 million Americans fell into poverty. BlackRock and Vanguard alone control more than $17 trillion in assets. Elon Musk is now a defense contractor influencing foreign policy. And politicians, they get donations from both sides, loyalty to me. If people are misinformed and divided, they can't organize, they can't fight back, and they won't even see who robbed them. They don't need to ban books. They just need to bury you in contempt. They don't need to silence you. All they have to do is just make sure nobody knows what's true anymore. And the fall of an empire doesn't start with war. It's already started, and it started when truth stopped mattering. And that's just the beginning. They've distracted you, they've divided you, and they've dumbed you down on purpose. But the real trick is that they've made you believe that you still have a choice. So tune in for episode 2, The Democracy Illusion, where we expose how your vote became a performance and the system picked the winner before you ever cast a ballot.